Welcome back to Shorts Behind the Sports. We are here with Jesse Mayreis, who participated in the RILA Leadership Organization. Jesse, please tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, thank you for having me. My name is Jesse Mayreis. I'm a recent graduate from here at Eastern back in past May 2023. I was a student athlete for all 4 years with the lacrosse team, and now I'm here as a UA as the Director of Athletic Media.
Awesome. Thank you, Jesse. So please explain a bit about this leadership organization that you took part in.
Yes. So I'm originally from Long Island, New York, and this organization, this program is all throughout the United States, but the organization in which it runs through is an international worldwide organization called the Rotary Club, which are business leaders from all four corners of the earth, and they pretty much live their life in the motto of service above self. That's something that's been preached throughout this program. RILA is a student-led organization from Manhattan all the way to Montauk, in the four counties, I guess, Brooklyn, Queens, Nassau County, and Suffolk County. We have over 300 high school kids every year that come through our program, and the basis of it is just to get kids out of their comfort zone, find more about themselves, and comb them into the young leaders we have today.
Awesome. Sounds like a great experience. So how did you kind of get involved with this organization?
When I was back in sophomore year of high school, my mother's a Rotarian, so I was kind of raised through the Rotary Club and been around it a lot, and this program came up, and one of her Rotarian friends, who's also a boss of mine, my first job in high school, said, "Jesse, you got to do this." And I have a twin sibling, and they also joined me and kind of did the whole process together. But they were like, "You have to join this," and I didn't want to go. I was completely just rejectful of it, and was not interested. But once I went, I really saw the impact it would have on me, and stuck it out and really absorbed everything they can throw at me.
Awesome. And I know you mentioned your twin did it with you, but did anyone else you knew, or anyone you're close to, participate with you?
I had a bunch of, not a bunch of friends from high school, but a couple of friends from high school joined me initially back in, for the first event back in sophomore year, I think it was like 2017. But pretty much my twin and I went through the whole process together, and I made all my best friends from all over Long Island. Kids I didn't know until I stepped in the program, didn't know, they would be my best friend, but, it kind of shows it doesn't matter where you're from, you can always make friends anywhere and always connect with people if you, like the same thing and agree with the same concepts.
For sure. And yeah, that's awesome to hear too. And is this kind of a typical thing for people to take part in your area?
I wish it was a typical thing that, but kids these days, I feel they get a little timid and get a little nervous when they hear about a program like this,
right,
just because it's getting so out of your comfort zone. But one of the quotes that, it was my senior quote in high school, and I still try to live by it today, is life begins at the end of your comfort zone. And I think that's such a true testament to what this program is all about, how you don't know what could be on the other side after you leave one of these events or after you finish the program, but that's the exciting part, and you don't know who you're going to be or what you're going to find out about yourself when stepping into this. So I wish it was a thing that all kids in high school went through, but for the select few that take the risk and bet on themselves, it's really a beneficial aspect to life now.
For sure. I love that saying too, definitely a great thing to get out of your comfort zone. And so kind of segueing off that, what kind of things did you partake in to get out of your comfort zone?
Yeah, so throughout the entire camp, the big conference that we have is in the spring out in Riverhead, New York. This huge campus, we have over 300, 400 high school kids ranging from 10th to 12th grade. And the way the program works is in 10th grade, you're kind of like a camper or a student. You're first coming in, you're getting your feet wet, don't really know what to expect. And when you're in that experience, you're going through all the character development games and all the silly stuff. Everyone's screaming, running around, but it's something you're not used to and really gets you, out of your shell. And then the summer program is at a Ranch Lake House retreat up in Norwich, Massachusetts, and that's a week-long event, which is overnight, where a big mentor of ours, Thaddeus Hill, he comes up for the week and has 2 seminars a day, teaching about public speaking, teaching about inner worth, inner voice, resume writing, just all these different seminars to kind of build you as a young leader. And he gets you up in front of the room and you got to talk to kids you just met 2 days ago. And so that's put on every summer. And then after that, when you go into junior year, you become a facilitator and you go back to that spring conference, and you get a co-facilitator, so it's a pair of two, and you and this other 11th grader get a group of 10th graders, which you lead through that same experience you had the year before. And then the cycle continues, but then after your facilitator year as an 11th grader, when you're going into your senior year, you interview in this huge interview process, and there's usually 60, 70 interviewees that are looking to get the senior leader position, and you get selected. I think it's eight senior leaders out of a 72-person poll, and they run the entire show. They put on every event, they schedule everything, forms, scheduling, meals. They put together the whole show. That's why it's student run, and you kind of go through the ranks and learn different details and learn different aspects of leadership through each step of the way. So
wow,
yeah,
that seems like a pretty solid program.
Yeah.
A lot of like useful stuff.
Absolutely,
Wow.
And stuff I still use today with jobs and when I was on the lacrosse team as a senior leader, with teammates and in a group setting or individual setting, I still have those lessons engraved in my head just like today.
And I guess going off of that, just describe a little bit more in depth about like the impact it's had on you, like as a person, as a player, as a professional.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I always say that a kid in 10th grade to the kid in, leaving the program in 12th grade, two different people,
Mm-hmm.
Two different styles of Jesse, and I wouldn't be, sounds cliche, but I wouldn't be who I am today without that program. Repeat the question again.
Yeah, just any impact it's had on you. Like,
Yeah,
in
I
general.
mean, public speaking is probably the biggest fear in our generation today, and I feel this program just exposes you to all of that. You kind of just have to get over that fear, and it gives you so many opportunities to practice it and get in front of a huge group. And either if it's public speaking, teaching a lesson, or just directing a group and having to speak out and use your voice, it kind of teaches you through experience and teaches you kind of where that voice comes from and how to use it. So that's the impact it's had on me throughout my professional career and athletic and academic career, and how to just take leadership in a group setting, big group, small group, in front of people I don't know, people I do know. Just gives me that self-confidence because I practiced it so long from a young age.
Yeah, definitely. And it sounds like an experience that a lot of people would need.
Yeah.
And it would be beneficial for them. So yeah, and just wrapping up here, are you still involved with this program? Do you plan on getting even more involved in the future? Just kind of anything that you're still involved in with it.
Yeah, so after high school, going through college, I stayed around the program just because, it has such a big impact on me. I always believe on giving back because I, want to give the same experience to the younger generation to, the younger kids before me and after me. So I went through college as a chaperone and just getting more involved in like kind of the behind the scenes work of it, working in the kitchen, making sure, make sure we feed all these 300 kids, but also in the administrative side. And this year I actually just started my new position as the alumni chair, which is second in command to the chairperson. So definitely having more impact on working with these senior leaders and working, with the students on building the next generation of leaders down in New York.
Awesome. Well, that's great to hear. Jesse, thank you so much for being here with us today. We appreciate your time and for sharing this experience with us. And we will see you guys next time on Shorts Behind the Sports.
Thank you for having me.